Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds, back in the studio on a Friday morning, so we know that the Kansas City Chiefs going to lose Joe Thuney to the Chicago Bears once that really starts next week. Any other players on the radar?
There are a lot of them, and this is unfortunate for Kansas City because they only have so much money they can spend, but you have free agents like Justin Reed. He could re-sign, but it's going to be an awful lot of money, and the Chiefs only have a limited amount in free agency. Nick Bolton, he's the key. I really think a lot of teams are going to come after him and negotiate with him. Marquise Brown, of course, he's much better known as Hollywood Brown. He's a free agent. DeAndre Hopkins, and you know, Mike, the football, as is any pro sport, is an ego-driven thing. But Hopkins is at the age now where, as a wide receiver, he might be considering retirement. Maybe we'll see Kareem Hunt, and in a sense, Trey Smith falls into this category. Now, I know he's a franchise player and all that, but he is an unrestricted franchise player. And while, in my opinion, it's very unlikely, he could negotiate with other teams. However, they would have to match what he's going to be paid, and that is $24,300,000, best in the NFL. I really doubt that anybody challenges that. But Wednesday will be, now it all doesn't happen Wednesday. That's when it can begin. But the fact of the matter is that you know fully well who is a possible target, and you can work at it from there.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting week next week, and I can't wait to talk with you about it when it happens. All right. Spring training's almost come to an end, but next year, when they do this thing, it's going to be a little bit different, huh?
Well, Mike, the Tucson Regional for qualifying is one of 4 around the world, and we particularly concentrate on the Tucson one because it's here in the United States, obviously. The nation of Colombia already in, and last night Germany played Brazil. Brazil got the win by a score of 6-4, so it'll be Brazil and Germany Brazil and Colombia who represent that level of play in the World Baseball Classic. The reason I was interested in Germany, one of their pitchers is Andre Agassi, the tennis star's son.
Oh, that's cool.
And he pitched for Southern Cal, but he's not going to get in there. Instead, he'll pursue his baseball career.
Speaking of exhibition baseball, how'd the Cardinals and Royals do yesterday?
Well, the Cardinals lost their game 12-1 to the Washington Nationals. Now, that's a little misleading, the score. 12-1 is misleading? Yeah, that's because all of the runs came against 2 pitchers, Tekoa Roby and Gordon Graceffo, both of whom were former Springfield Cardinals. Kansas City Royals got their win, beat the Chicago Cubs under the lights last night 9-3. So we're closing in on the season. It actually begins realistically in Japan on the 18th and 19th of this month when the Dodgers play the Cubs, and those games count. But all the teams open up on March the 27th, so we're getting there.
Probably for the best that the Missouri State Bears basketball season has come to a close.
Yeah, and likely no one is more disappointed than the Bears themselves and Coach Gonzo Martin. This just was not a good year. 2 wins, 18 losses in the Missouri Valley Conference, 7 wins, 22 losses in the regular season. That just is not Bears basketball. We know that. And this reporter thought the Bears would give Illinois State a true test yesterday, and they did not. They did at all. Illinois State shot the Bears right out of the ballpark in the early going, outscored Missouri State 15-2 to end the first half, and never got any closer than that. And Illinois State wins it 70-54 and knocks the Bears out of the competition. It's a merciful ending for them. I'll maintain the fact that I still think they've got talent on this team, but they need the addition of some veteran players who have some cohesiveness with them to bring them together. But that'll all be next year, and it'll be in a new conference when the Bears play next year.
Definitely will be, and hopefully they can get some momentum as they get into that new conference. Lady Bears, though, having a lot better season.
Lady Bears are still playing in the regular season. The Missouri Valley Conference women's tournament is a week after the men's. Lady Bears are in a battle for first place, and they helped themselves last night with a 72-47 win over the Illinois State Lady Redbirds, who Lady Bears shot 44% in this game, and that's really unconscionable. They were firing away. Lacey Stokes had 17 points, and a big win for the Lady Bears, who play again tomorrow. Now, the Drury Lady Panthers also played. They're in their conference tournament up at Lindenwood in St. Charles, Missouri, and the Lady Panthers walloped Upper Iowa 95-60. So the Drury Lady Panthers play in the semifinals on Saturday night, 8:15.
We actually got some golf going on this weekend down in Florida, don't we?
Yeah, we do indeed. This is it's called the Arnold Palmer Invitational. It used to be known as the Bay Hill Classic. They played at Bay Hill Country Club, which is in the Orlando, Florida area. And it's a big deal because the purse is $20 million, so that means that all the big names, Scotty Scheffler and company, are all there. The leader is Wyndham Clark, and he had a 2-under par 67. This is a tough course. Bay Hill is very, very much of a tough course for the players. But he has a 2-stroke lead. Competition continues today, tomorrow, and Sunday, and that is a big deal. And I'll tell you, Mike, all the pros, they are honed in, focusing on the Masters, which is later on in April at Augusta, Georgia.
And always a blast, and always an opportunity for me to get a nappy. Ned, have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.